Hey guys, what's up? It's Cat here today with yet another video. A rant video. Fuck Cat, why do you do this to yourself, man? Why do you come up with such controversial shit to put on your crappy little channel? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's because I feel like it, and I want to expand my content. Continuing on, the topic we'll be talking about today is whether or not slavery should be taught to future generations. Cat, you're really gonna talk about fucking slavery in the year 2017, really, dude? With Black Lives Matter being a prominent power movement and the good old 45th just being elected into office. What the fuck is wrong with you? A lot of things, but regardless, I'll be talking about slavery in this video. Alright, Cat, well, if you really insist, what brought this fucking topic up, dude? Well, as you can see from this post, boop, the poster says, "Let's stop teaching new generations about slavery. This way racism can stop completely. This country is so stuck on the past, it makes me sick to my stomach." And, you know, you might be thinking, Cat, what the fuck is wrong with wanting to stop racism? Are you a racist? Really, dude? Really? Are you a fucking racist? Is that what's up? No. I believe the poster is, you know, they have their heart in the right place. Unfortunately, arguments made completely from the heart are shit. Just throwing that out there. You cannot make a concrete argument strictly from the heart. That being said, let's analyze this one sentence at a time. Let's stop teaching new generations about slavery. This way racism can stop completely. Now, if we were to do that, it would not stop racism whatsoever. The fact that racism has taken roots, and those roots are just so deep, simply not teaching new generations would not uproot the whole system of racism. Can we agree on that? Alright, thank you. Now, another thing is to not educate someone in we'll say evil. I look at racism and I believe it's evil. To not educate someone in evil means that they will have no means to protect themselves against said evil. That is just what I believe. They also have a saying, history is doomed to repeat itself if we do not learn from history. That's not verbatim, I don't care. I'm Asian. We'll just go with it. Now, another thing in this post is the second sentence, which says, "This country," and I want to stop right there. The poster says, "this country," and I'm sure all of you can deduce which country this poster is talking about, that being the good old US of A. I just want to say, slavery did not sprout from the Atlantic slave trade that went on in the 1600s. America is not solely responsible for slavery. Slavery has been around for thousands of years. Back to the Babylonian times, ancient Greece had slaves, the Romans had slaves, Africa had slaves. The Chinese, the Mongolians, the Scandinavian Vikings all had slaves. And yeah, it was like either working slaves, sex slaves, you know, just any kind of slave. You can imagine they went through some serious shit. I believe the Romans actually treated their slaves with a bit more respect, but you can bet your ass the Egyptians did not give a shit as they whipped fatigued members of the, I want to say Israelites? I'm really tired. As they whipped them to their death. And the slaves who built the Great Wall of China, whose bodies are still buried underneath those walls today. Nobody gave a shit about them. Slavery is an evil thing, but it was not solely created in this country. Now, when we look at slavery today, what do we think about? We think about the plantations, the blacks who were enslaved and forced to produce babies, which would later become slaves, the ones who would be raped, tortured, forced to work unbelievable, ungodly hours, and just completely oppressed. Slavery is not a sole reason for racism. Racism is a psychological thing that even animals other than humans exhibit. Racism itself cannot be stopped completely. Racism can be, however, lessened in power, which we see very prominently in today's society, especially in progressive cities. The Bible Belt is a bit slow on the uptake. Unfortunately, that's just the truth. But you have places in fucking California. California is extremely progressive in the idea of equality amongst not only people of color, but people of different sexual preferences. And people nowadays with the whole gender conflict, the transgender conflict. I agree with this poster in the last few words. It makes me sick to my stomach. It makes me sick to my stomach that there are people who do not look into the facts beforehand, before they make such an audacious post about something so sensitive, so controversial. Especially when this post has gained a lot of, well, I say a lot of publicity, but I mean 52 people. That's still about like 3 classrooms. And 12 shares, which means even more people are seeing it. It's a chain reaction. I just want to say, people, first of all, racism can never be stopped completely. Second of all, get your heads out of your asses if you think that America is the sole country that still has slavery, even in today's society. And third of all, I pray to God that those who do have racist tendencies, you can overcome that. Otherwise, it's just going to be hell for you. It's going to be hell for everyone else. It's gonna take a lot of change. It's gonna take a lot of work, I'm sure. It's hard to give up something that has stuck with you for a while. It's hard to change who you are. But I think in the future, even now, just in the long run, nowadays, it will be beneficial to not only yourself, but society as a whole. And with that being said, guys, I want to thank you all for watching this video. Thank you for the support you've given me up until this point, and the continued support you guys will be giving me in the future. If you guys have any topics, please do put them in the comment section below. I have a dear friend of mine who is scouring the social media networks to help me find posts such as this for Rant material. Thank you to that friend, and thank you to you guys. With that all being said, guys, I hope you have a great day, a good night, and be progressive, people. Be progressive. Cat out. Fuck that.